We ride down our enemies, screaming our war cry, axes and shields in hand. Our arrows fill the sky, leaving no room for light as our queen does command. Our horses tremble over thousands of bodies, no barbarian shall stay alive. Because we are the Amazons, daughters of Artemis, for glory we do always strive.
Hello everyone, this is Konkyra speaking. Today is the 28th May 2026. I'm sure that you see all of this stuff and you say, what the hell is this crazy dude up to? Well, let me explain at first what do I have, and then at the end of the video I do explain to you why I do all of this stuff and why I have collected all of this stuff especially. At first, this is actually my preparation for my very first Christopher Street Day, the CSD, here in my hometown Berlin, Germany, which will happen on the 25th July 2026. So I have 2 months left for preparation, but everything is done so far. And before you ask, I am going as a straight ally, okay? I am a man and I am straight. And this is something that I have bought. I have ordered all of this stuff, or most of the stuff actually I have ordered from the internet. And this is one of my wristbands, the newest ones that I do have. And as you can see, I'm quite the collector. This is a straight ally wristband, just to show everybody, okay, this guy is straight. He is not queer, but you know, he is supporting LGBTQ plus people in their fight for their rights and everything, and for their freedom. I also have here one of those pins. This is also a straight ally pin, and I have a lot of other pins that are actually symbols and colors for females that only love other females. And again, I do have a good reason of why I am doing this and why I will show up with all of this stuff. At first, just let me introduce all of this stuff to do. At first, the most important thing that you can see is this. This is the flag. I call it the Amazon flag, and I have a good reason for that too, which I will explain later. But officially, this is the so-called Lesbian Pride flag, and this flag exists since 1999. But you know, it has become a bit outdated since 2018, when this new sunrise flag has been invented with those colors from one of those wristbands, which I also plan to wear. Everything you see here is what I want to wear during the Christopher Street Day, and I will definitely be there from the very beginning to join the march through Berlin. And then I will see how much longer I will stay when the march will end on the street of 17th June, right behind the Brandenburg Gate, or between the Brandenburg Gate and the Victory Column at Tiergarten. You know, and then I will see how much longer I will stay. But you know, this is one of those wristbands with the colors of the sunrise flag. Yeah, those colors have different meanings. I do not really know what they actually mean. I think the purple at the bottom means feminism, you know, just like on the Lesbian Pride flag. And I think red was about love or something, and some other color meant sexuality or something. I do not know, okay? And before I say something wrong, I better stop talking about this. What I also will wear is this. This is actually, you know, a key, you know, for keys, you know, a keychain, or how do you call this? But what I'm carrying here is not a symbol for, you know, homosexual females or something. This is actually the symbol of Huguenots, because, you know, I am a Huguenot due to my ancestors. Huguenots were evangelic French that were hunted, prosecuted, killed. You can search for the Night of Bartholomew that happened on the 24th August 1572 in Paris, France. I won't go into detail, but you know, this is something that is truly me, and so I really want to carry this together with this you know, keychain that I will carry around my neck. I have plenty of more pins and buttons. I have all bought them on the same website. I do not tell you which website because obviously this is not advertisement. This is of course my favorite. Again, this symbol is really my favorite, and that is why I have plenty of pins of this kind. This is not even everything. I have more pins and buttons. I have here you can see I have far more of that stuff inside. Because again, I'm quite a collector, and yes, I'm a crazy guy. Uh, but yeah, this is one of those pins that I do have. It's the symbol of the lesbian pride flag, or Amazon flag as I call it, and I will explain this later to you why. I have one of those round pins with the sunrise flag symbol. The same goes with these very cool fists. Also with those colors. Of course, those colors and pins, most of them, they come up with all kinds of colors and symbols, because of course there are far more symbols on the Christopher Street Day. And again, I was never before on the Christopher Street Day. Okay, so that is why I'm quite excited, because I already wanted to go there during the last few years. But then I was always too shy, and since 2026 is my year of, let's say, a great offensive for my own life, I finally want to break through that barrier of fear and really go to the CSD no matter what. And this is actually an older symbol here. This is actually a failed shipment. At first, I have ordered those ones, the straight ally pins, and they were, by mistake, they were sending me those ones. And then I have told them, okay, listen, I would like to keep them because I like them and I want to wear them on the CSD as well. But can you, they are actually more valuable than the others. The price is higher. So can I somehow pay you the remaining euros that I'm in debt now? They say, oh, thank you very much, it's no problem, you do not have to pay everything, and we sent you those ones, the straight ally pins. We sent them to you right away, and they did. So great customer service. And this is also something, you have this flag symbol. This only exists as this symbol. I wish it would also exist with the actual lesbian pride flag or Amazon flag. Again, back to this symbol. As you can see, it has far more colors than the sunrise flag. Actually, this is actually an older version of this flag or something. I do not know much about its history, okay, because I just bought this stuff all in preparation for the CSD. What was that? That was also one of those flags. So yeah, this is about my pins and buttons. Where do I will carry those pins and buttons? Well, you see this. This is a hat which I have bought in the Dongshuan Center, which is a very famous giant Asian market in East Berlin. And this is a boonie hat. I call it the Delta Force hat because I was a huge fan of the old Delta Force video games by Novelogic that came out in 1998 and the early 2000s. And yeah, I will definitely put those pins all around here. Actually, I like this hat very much, but they are very cheap, so that is why I have no problem with sticking my pins and buttons through that. Oh, and yeah, I also have those kinds of buttons. This is actually for feminism, a symbol. I also like this one very much, and again, I will carry them around the sun protection, the sun shield of the boonie hat, because I have already been wearing this boonie hat for testing purposes, and even though this goes a bit up, when I carry this boonie hat, because it goes very deep, then I will definitely the pins and buttons will definitely be seen. This here falls down right now. This is what I have not ordered online. This is also what I have bought in a store for pens and paper, actually. And I have walked numerous kilometers just to reach that store because I like to walk very much and I hate public transportation. Um, so because of those zippers in different colors, they call it rainbow colors. Actually, this is a map for or a bag for pens, but I will definitely maybe carry around some of my personal stuff in there when I will be there at the CSD this year on 25th July, and where I will also put the pins and buttons on because there are too many for my boonie hat, and I do not want to fill up my boonie hat with all of those pins and buttons. I have also bought myself at the Dongxuan Center again, very cheap, so that I do not care if I stick all the pins and needles through that. Is this bag for my waist, where I can also carry some stuff like my mobile phone, because I'm planning to maybe film a few short video clips of the CSD when I will be there, and then I put them together and just upload an uncommented video with impressions from the CSD in general. And I also have bought myself, just for the CSD, this backpack. It's by OR and MI, just like this bag. I do not know this company, and I think it's nothing special, but it's just for the CSD, because of course I already have backpacks and all. But I need a place where I put all those pins and needles on them. So I would like put them here, there, and blah blah. So just to be seen. And yeah, I also have a flagpole, of course, an extendable flagpole for my flag, because this is the flag that I will definitely be carrying around. I can imagine that maybe, I was never at the CSD before, but maybe this would be something special to many people's eyes, because, this flag is, well, quite outdated, and when they see a man, a straight ally, waving around with this flag, maybe this is something special. Maybe it's not, I don't know, because I wasn't there yet. And at the CSD, there will be at least 100,000 people, maybe even more. I have heard different numbers from 100,000 people going up to 1 million people. So maybe there are so many people and so many colors and everything and wagons and whatnot, as far as I have heard and seen on the internet so far. So yeah. This will be very big, and maybe I will just not be seen in all of this in this giant mass of people, But we continue now, because I do not want this video to be an hour long again, because I'm always talking too much. So to my wristbands again, you have already seen those, the Straight Ally wristbands, which I have just bought. Those are the wristbands in sunrise flag colors. Those are my favorite wristbands. Those are with the lesbian pride flag symbol on it. I even wear them in private sometimes when I'm walking out, like for going shopping or something, or just going to some place here in Berlin, or also outside of Berlin. Then I carry those with me, and at least one of them on my left arm and one of those on my right arm. Those are black wristbands with a double Venice symbol on them. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, as you can see, double Venice symbol with some rainbow colors. They are hard to see, of course, so most people just see this black wristband and not the actual symbol. I'm not sure if I will wear those on the CSD, because I do not want to be overloaded with stuff. But those three ones, where's the symbol here? Those three ones I will definitely wear on both of my arms. And yeah, what I have also bought, this is quite gothic style. I'm not sure if that fits for the CSD, but this is a very cool t-shirt that I have found also in the Dongxuan Center by accident in one of those stores, because most of the stores sell clothing. And this is actually, because I couldn't find an Amazon warrior printed on a t-shirt, I will definitely go there again, before the CSD. Now in early June I will go there and I will take a look at other stores. Maybe they have some prints with female warriors, but this one, this is an angel, a female angel that has been hit by an arrow, and she's bleeding a bit on her upper arm, and then you have those. Wait a minute. So then you have those all those death sets there. This is actually just one of those. I have bought two because I think this T-shirt is so cool. And this, if I do not find a T-shirt with a female warrior in one of those stores in the Dongshan Center, then I will definitely go with this T-shirt. And the funny thing is, I will wear my backpack so they won't be seeing that. But I also have this print on the back side. And the interesting thing about this print is also that this print is capable of, saving light, and when it gets dark, this print even shines a bit. It shines with the light. So yeah, but this won't happen because it will be on 25th July. There will be light, definitely. Yeah, but I really love this T-shirt so much. And again, this is just the one that I show you now. I still have one in its original package, which will be the one that I will wear on the CSD. So yeah, I love this T-shirt very much. Yeah, this is so far the stuff that I will be carrying around with myself on the CSD. Now, to my explanation. Why am I doing this? I'm a straight man. Why am I going to the CSD with all of these kinds of symbols? Which are actually, most of them at least, except for the straight ally symbols, are actually reserved either for hardcore feminists or for females that are only capable of loving other females. You see, I am an author. I have mentioned this in some of my previous videos already. You can already guess that when you see one of those videos that I have created, like my Amazon Metal videos, this playlist. I am much into Amazons because I am an author, and today is also the 9th anniversary of my website. On which I, publish everything that I write for free. And the great thing is that, I am writing about Amazons, and according to my own logic, and I plan to make a video about this in the future. I'm not sure when I will finish this, but it is already in the making. A preparation for that, because I will give you a graphic demonstration about this then, just like I did about Amazon Metal, which nobody is really interested in these days. But I will explain this to you in another video, that I believe, and this is what I'm writing about, the Amazons that I write about, they are homosexual, because they are Amazons. They are those fascinating warrior women from ancient Greece. They were only living among themselves. And the most important thing is they hated men, and they were slaughtering those on the battlefield like cattle. And when you have a young girl that is growing up among the Amazons, because the Amazons maybe have abducted her from her real mother, and this young girl is then growing up in Themyscira, the capital of the Amazons. And she is only growing up among women. And she, obviously, when she is in her teens, she ends up in her puberty, and she only, trains with other girls. She has a mother. She is only surrounded by women. She knows the naked body, because obviously in the ancients, they were also bathing together and all. And it's to me, it's just logic that the Amazons were homosexual, because when a teenage girl ends up in her puberty, and and she starts to develop her own sexuality, and she only knows the female body, what else can she do, And this is something that you can also see in female prisons, not among all the women, of course, but So to me, it was just logic from the very beginning when I have started to write on my Amazons. That was in December 2016. So my greatest epic will have its 10th anniversary this year. And during the time, at first I was only neutral about topics like those, um, because I'm a Christian believer as a Huguenot, as I have already introduced to you. But the more I wrote about my Amazons, the more stuff I've read about them, the more I did my research and modified my website and all, and the larger it all get, my Amazons became a huge part of myself, and I do not want to miss them anymore. And they will be a part of my life until the end, because this is really my stuff that I have created. And it's just, I just became very open, because suddenly I started to write about female homosexuality all the time. And also in other stories that I write, I also write a story right now that is playing in Berlin of these days. The Amazons play a little part in this too, but this story is also about a couple of homosexual females, and yeah, I just like to write about this, and with the time, at first, in earlier days, I was neutral or maybe a little against it too, but my Amazons really changed me so much that I am now seeing myself as a straight ally. And yes, I'm a straight ally. Again, I'm not queer myself, but I really want to go to the CSD finally to support my, how I call them, Amazon sisters. I actually do not use the word lesbian, because I have also done some research about Sappho, the Greek poetess from the island Lesbos, where this actually is said to come from. But according to my own research, which I have concluded in late 2023, in October 2023 actually, there it's not really likely that Sappho really was homosexual. She was, according to my understanding, either rather straight, or maybe she was bisexual. So maybe she loved men and women. But according to those few things that we have from her, the fragments of her fascinating poems, or songs that were actually songs, not poems, but it's very, very tough to say that she was definitely homosexual, But this is where this comes from, because, the word lesbian, which is actually just a male or a female, of course, from the island Lesbos, then, has been taken as the term for homosexual females. But I don't like this much. And due to the fact that the Amazons that I'm writing about, they are all homosexual themselves, and they see each other as sisters. I have come up with the term Amazon sisters, and this is how I personally call them. Again, when I will be there at the CSD, I will only walk with the march. I will just go there as a supporter, wave the flag as high as I can, and just walk around with my stuff, and maybe make a few videos, just of the CSD in general, and then maybe put together those clips to one video, an uncommented video, and then I will walk with all of these people from the beginning to the end, with all of my stuff, wearing my boonie hat, wearing my backpack and all. And of course this wonderful t-shirt, if I do not find something that's even more cool, but I don't think so, because I have already focused myself on this t-shirt. So yeah, but my preparations are final so far, and I will just walk with this. I will walk the march from the beginning to the end, and then maybe I will stand around there for a while, because the CSD will go until, I think, almost the middle of the night, and I don't think that I will be there for so long. But the great thing is, in Tiergarten, very close to the CSD, there's also my favorite statue. which is the Amazon on horseback, which is in Tiergarten, my favorite Amazon statue, and my favorite Amazon statue when it comes to the standing outside instead of inside, like in a museum. You see, so I also have a spot where I can retreat to, and and just have a good time then on the 25th July with all of this stuff. So again, my preparations are finished, and this will be again my first CSD ever. I admit that I'm quite nervous, especially because again, I'm a man and I walk around with those symbols. Again, I do not think that I will be special among all of these fascinating people that will be there with all their own clothings, flags, colors, pins, buttons, wristbands, whatever. But I hope that I will not be too provocative towards the Amazon sisters, because otherwise they may, I don't know, maybe beat me up like Hothead Paisan, from the comic of the same name, would do to men. But, really, I do this in support, not to take your symbols and colors away, in case if one of you should see that video, because again, I'm just a straight ally, okay? And, I write about Amazons and all. And that is why I'm doing this. Because I'm just fascinated with that stuff. And finally, I will break out of myself, break out of my fears, and will definitely join the CSD this year. I have already been preparing so much. There is no way that I will allow my fears this year to take a hold of me and keep me staying back from all of this. But yeah, because 2026 is finally my year of breaking through my old habits and all. I have so many things that I want to start. I have started to create all of those YouTube videos now. I want to go to university this year, learning Japanese right now in evening school, having another hiragana and katakana class in June. And then with all of those certificates, I will apply for the Free University in Berlin in the field of Japan studies, and hopefully I can get a spot with all of those certificates. I have already received on 6th January, just when I started to learn Japanese, that I am allowed to apply for a spot in Japan studies after I have sent them my other documents. And it only took them a few hours to give me this allowance, to send me this paper online. So, I think I'm on a good way to finally get out of my old life, because I was isolated for many years and, unemployed too and all, and I just focused on writing on my Amazons and all. But, it's hard to write about Amazons that are extremely violent, that are 18 plus, with plenty of sexual stuff included too, and it's all for females loving females only. So you rarely have fans, and I can see from some of the likes and dislikes of my Amazon metal videos that I think some people out there, they do mistake some of the lyrics that I've write for this AI generated music, this new subgenre of metal music, Amazon metal. I think they misinterpret some of those aggressive lines, like our music is for women, not for men. If you don't belong to us, you better start to rout. Those are, of course, lines that people may mistake, but it has to do with my fascination for Amazons that actually hate and slaughter men on the battlefield. And again, I'm a man too. I'm straight, and I will always be. I will not turn. I do not plan to turn into a woman. I'm completely straight, heterosexual, and a man, and yet I really will go there to the Christopher Street Day in Berlin, Germany, my hometown, on the 25th July 2026 for the very first time in my life. I'm 36 years old, so I hope I'm not too late, but the CSD is for all people of all ages too, so yeah. So this is what I will be doing, and you have seen everything now. I have been talking too much again, and the video is almost half an hour long now. So I thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Glory to our queen Penthesilea, who will crush Achilles at the city of Troy. His body shall be dragged across the ground. It will bring the gods